thank you for inviting us to come and talk to the Engaging New and Emerging Communities. It's really pleased to be here today, and it has been great this morning, so thank you. So just wanted to say the purpose of today's workshop, so we're going to understand the context of youth engagement for our youth engagement service, a little bit about latest policies, highlighting best practice, particularly around the Cambridge North Design Code, using that as a case study, and the key takeaway is our 9-step YES approach to youth engagement. But also we want to try and make it a little bit interactive, so we're going to have a video and we've also got a quiz. So yeah, there are prizes as well over there. Bob our mascot's got the prizes. So you need to listen to make sure, and we'll make sure we get the quiz done before we finish. So. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of that, but you'll get these presentations if you want them. So just to say where my experience is, I've been working in Cambridge since 2017. I actually live in Wales, so but it's such a great place to come and work, so that's why I travel and work over here. My experience is built environment, housing, education, building control, and more recently planning, and that's with the Shared Planning Service, which is between Cambridge City Council and South Cambridgeshire District Council. I've got a vision for the service, and that's about providing social value, but also I'm a champion of the youth work that we do within the service, and that's ably led by my very great colleague here, Dr. Bonnie Kwok. So I'm going to hand over to Bonnie.
Thank you, Heather. So I'm a principal urban designer and manager of the Council's Youth Engagement Service. Over there you see Bob. He's one, and he is a really important member of our team, our mascot. We're really pleased to be discussing our youth engagement work with you all, sharing knowledge and best practice. In 2017, we started a really bold initiative, YES. It's run by a team of very passionate urban designers, including my colleague Tom over there, who's the winner of the last year's Taunton Education Trust's Best Youth Engagement Practitioner. And also we have strong support from councillors and also from senior management such as Heather and our director Stephen Kelly. We are well received by the local communities and also by developers.
Thank you. So we're an award-winning service. We do workshops with young children, young people. We're expanding that now, so we're trying to include public art in our workshops as well, so we get a positive outcome on public art. We offer work experience for years 9, 10 and A-level. We make sure that it's really practical, so we do a lot of work shadowing, master planning, meeting members, and they have the outcome of creating a portfolio that can help them with their future job prospects and interview skills. We do outreach events, so we come along to events such as this, and we're currently in discussion with a private sector organisation to deliver the YES service. We've been finalists, there's many awards there. The final one is the Taunton Education Trust Best Local Authority Youth Engagement Award in 2023. We're going to show you a video now which is very practical about what we do for youth engagements. Just swap around a little bit, sorry.
So this video is just a very short video to showcase the work we did with Cambridge Investment Partnership for housing redevelopment in Cambridge City Centre. In the YES workshop, we work with the local children. They get to design play space, they get to paint bird boxes, and they also design street furniture for the scheme. We gave them career talks, so they learn something about town planning, urban design, architecture, and landscape architecture. Today, we had an award ceremony. We also had a recap of all the amazing work we did 2 weeks ago.
The school is right bang next door to the site, so they know it a bit, and yeah, they ask some interesting questions really, thinking about the future, where you would go to work, where you go to shop, to play. There's nothing quite like actually experiencing walking around the site, and they enjoyed that really, and I think it gave them a good understanding of what it must be like to live there. During the workshops before, we showed them the proposals. So it sort of gave them an understanding of how the site could be developed in the future.
I am really pleased. It's really important that we engage young people in our developments and what they might look like and what young people want in those developments in the future. I think it's really critical and important because they're the ones that are going to live in those places potentially. And we also do careers talk, which is really fantastic because we can talk about the breadth of careers that you can have in planning for a local authority, and that will hopefully help young people to engage with us in the future.
It was an excellent workshop. My very first visit to the site, straight away from that moment, it made me realise this is really going to impact the young children's lives. St Paul's School right on the doorstep, and getting the young children involved and making sure their voices are heard, influencing the development proposal is very important.
The highlight, I think, was the visit itself that the children did to Hanover and Princess Court. Before the visit, the children were shown drawings and maps of the site, so they had a bit of an understanding and views from above.
It is really important to engage the local children in the CIP housing redevelopment scheme because they know the area really well and we really want to utilise their knowledge and experience, and we really want them to have a say on the design of the play space, the design of the street furniture, and also the public art elements of this development.
The S workshop has certainly helped maximise the children's input on a direct basis. Firstly, we've made a commitment to use 6 of their designed benches. 5 will be on site and 1 will be provided from the school, and that's their direct designs that we can manufacture as close as practical. The other input that they've had, which will be key for the scheme, is to give us a feel for the play space they would like. We've had a range of great designs, and the key thing from that is variety. A lot more variety than is on the existing site. So that's something we can certainly take away, and that's the influence that the children have given us as developers in our design.
It's been very good, a real success as usual. I've been to quite a few of these and they're always really good, and it's lovely when everyone can turn up and take part, you know, not just the children but the developers, the planning team, and it's great to promote the planning service and what we do and giving children a say in what's important for the area.
The S team has been really good throughout the whole process, from planning the event to actually carrying out the event in the school where we are today. They've really used their experience to get the most out of this process for the pupils, which is what it's all about.
I think it is going to make a real difference to the children's lives and also to the scheme because they are impacted most by this redevelopment, so we really want them to have the agency, to have a say and design something that they can use.
This is the first Cambridge Investment Partnership project where the Youth Engagement Service team has been engaged, and I know from the feedback they are very happy with the service that's been provided and the benefits of the scheme. Bonnie and her team have been excellent in engaging young children, getting them involved.
We need young people to speak out a lot more about our built environment and the places they live in, and this is a way for them to be out with the team, to understand who's involved in placemaking and then to speak about it. But it's also good for the team to have the opportunity to listen to young people because they're our future. So we learn from that. The lessons from this project will directly feed into the design of the building, but also long-term policies within planning in the future. And the team are great, and the children have been wonderful.
So I think that video really shows what we want to get out of working with young people. So this is around them having a real voice, and I think it fits in with the discussions we've been having this morning about how do we make sure that we engage young people and they have the right opportunity to inform what they want in their placemaking. There's some context here. I won't read it all out because I'm conscious of time on this workshop. But the couple I wanted to raise was the Brundtland report, which is around what we do now, very much recognising that what we do now impacts young people in 20, 30 or 40 years. So it's really, really important that we listen to them. Urban Renaissance, it's quite an old document. It's a 25-year anniversary this year, but it is about sustainability, housing and community engagement at all levels. I think that follows from this morning. This is not new. This is something we know, but how do we make sure it's impactful? So we've got a couple of things there around, our statement of community involvement, which I'll talk about a bit later, and then some developers' benefits, council benefits. But again, it's all about how do we help to improve, particularly on those controversial proposals. So where something's been allowed on appeal, where perhaps we locally didn't want a scheme, but it was appealed and it's been approved by the Secretary of State or whoever, the planning inspector. This could be a really good way to engage the community to make sure they do have a voice in what is delivered. So. Statement of community involvement, we updated it in March. It's a requirement of national planning policy, so we do need to do it. But we're very fortunate that Councillor Dr. Toonie Hawkins, who is here today, and Councillor Katie Thornborough are very supportive of our youth engagement service and allow the team to move things forward. We want to make sure that we have a stronger position to consider the importance of engaging local youth community and other diverse groups. So we've made sure that's included in our updated statement of community involvement. Very interesting point about language. I think statement of community involvement sounds very formal, so we might need to think about presenting that in a different way, so our communities know that we are trying to listen and take on board and hopefully inform policy. Fits in with the Garden City principles, important for councils when we have new settlements such as Northstowe and Camborne potentially. Just wanted to highlight Case for Cambridge. This is very topical. So this is essentially, we know that the previous government and the current central government are very, have a very big focus in Greater Cambridge. It's on social media. You will see Matthew Pennycook has put social media posts out that actually say about housing and growth and specifically mentions Greater Cambridge. That's because of the importance that it brings into the national economy, but our job as the local planning authority is to try and make sure that we meet the needs of our residents and communities, and that's why it's really important that we can do that through our youth engagement service. Some of the issues that we have in the area are around transport and water, and it's really important for us that we make sure that we get those really difficult issues in the area sorted as well. That's Stephen, he's our Director of Planning, and then you've got Bridget Smith and Mike Davey, both councillors who are leaders of both councils, who met with Matthew Pennycook. So it is very topical. That was recently in September. I hand over to Bonnie.
So this is just a map showing the types of workshops and talks we have been carrying out in the Greater Cambridge region. So the red dots, as you can see, are the YES workshops that we have done over the years since 2017, benefited over 20 schools. Over 1,000 children and young people have had a genuine say in the developments. We also go around to different schools and youth centres to talk about career planning, urban design, architecture, landscape architecture, but also in local government. Next Tuesday we will be going to the Great Barn in Bourne and speaking to over 500 children of primary school age to make sure that they understand the value of town planning and hopefully consider a career in local government or in the private sector. We go to conferences nationally, from Plymouth to Newcastle. We're really happy to be sharing our knowledge. After all, we're one of the very few local authorities who's got a very dedicated youth engagement service, putting the community at the heart of everything that we do. So we're very happy to go to your organisation to talk about our work, if you like, but just to show that we are a well-respected service. So all the work we do is based on a really robust framework. So it has 12 criteria under 4 categories. It's very much based on Einstein's ladder of citizen participation. I'm sure all of you in this room are interested in youth engagement and genuine participation. So you might have come across this ladder. Essentially, each rung represents the level of engagement with each ascending rung representing increasing levels of citizen agency, control and power. The regional framework was one of the outcomes of my PhD research at Oxford Brookes University Urban Design School. My interest in children and young people stemmed from when I was young, very young age, where I didn't really feel engaged living in Australia, in Hong Kong, and now in the UK. I just felt that, especially myself from a BAME background, I felt I was underrepresented. So that really motivated me to do this PhD research, and I'm really grateful that senior management such as Heather gave us the opportunity to apply what we learned in university and do that in our day job to benefit the community.
So a little bit about the North Cambridge Design Code. It's a really powerful way to increase input. It's the first one for Greater Cambridge. It's a pilot project, but it's a very impactful document. It can be used as a blueprint for the entire Greater Cambridge region, but it gives more emphasis and power to the community. So I think we've got the 3 phases there. I'm not going to go into them because I'm conscious of time. But we are working our way through that. That we have, timetable has slipped a little bit due to the elections, etc. We did. I was involved in the event at Grove School. There was 60 students. It was really very successful. The council was seen as trusted in that space, and we were able to engage with the students and also, spark their interest in the area and what they want in their area, which was great. Quiz. Oh yeah, sorry. My fault. So that's the red line area of the design codes, and this is what we can do with communities, so it's important. So there's the 3 areas, or the red line area of the areas, which are some of the most oldest places in Cambridge that need to have redevelopment, quite deprived areas, so it's really important that we help and support them. And then you'll see, as part of that, we had 4 themes in the code, and this was around environment, greening, road, etc., sustainability. Really, really important we make sure that we've got sustainable area, particularly we know we've got problems with water and power, so we need to make sure that that's all part of it. And it's great that we've managed to get that in the design code. Pollard Thomas Edwards Architects were a great partner on with the Youth Engagement Service on this. So we used the Youth Engagement Service to bring to life the North Cambridge Design Code to those residents, and it was multi-generational. We were talking to children, parents and grandparents. It was really great to get their ideas, and that helps to inform what's in the design code.
So essentially, we have a 9-step approach to engaging children in the North Cambridge Design Code. I won't go into the details of every single step, but essentially it was carried out over a 2-day workshop, 2 weeks apart, making sure that children get to go out to the site, look at the site, tell us what they thought of the site, so we can learn from them. And in the end, the results are being reflected in the final version of the North Cambridge Design Code. So this picture just a glimpse of all the fun activities we did with the children of the North Cambridge Design Code. So the first picture with me in it was about us giving a talk on the different career options, and on your table you see that pink booklet. That's the booklet we gave to every single children, so they get to understand the different career options in the built environment. On the picture in the middle, you see Councillor Katie Thornborough and the Mayor of Cambridge, Journey Goldthorpe-Wood, who were really interested in our work and listening to the children, and that meant a lot to the children and the parents with them visiting them. Heather was there to present the awards on the final day, but also to understand the merger results, so there was a lot of buy-in from senior management. And then you see Trovine was there, gesturing, telling the students his vision, but also learning from the students about what they wanted from about diversity point of view. They were painting bird boxes, and then finally is the celebrating the success and us thanking them for the contributions.
So So this is how we explore what the children want. We use drawing as a very great medium to understand what they want in the area. You'll see, I won't go through them, but again, there's some fantastic examples there of, place for people to engage with each other, using sort of natural elements for play, also talking about animal shelters, but shops. And then we've got, trees, but actually urban forests, not just one tree. So it's really great. What we do is we use industry researchers, and they analyse all of the drawings that we have. So we've got many hundreds of drawings that are analysed through university, along with our own in-house qualitative and quantitative analysis. But it's a really great way of understanding what young people want, and we don't put our bias on it then either. So now we've got the quiz.
Yes. So please have your mobile phones ready. Can I ask you to go to www.kahoot.it.
Got a prize, remember? We've got a couple of prizes here. It'll be very exciting. Drum roll.
We can read out the Wi-Fi code if you need. Yes.
So go to www.kahoot.it. Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Good
I've
answer.
highlighted in the
www.kahoot, KAHOOT.IT. And the network, the Wi-Fi, if you need it, is there.
So I'm waiting for players. We have Nat. Who's Nat?
Yay!
Who's next to Penguin? First in.
So I had to have already had to go
.it, as in like Italy. IT.
Got it.
Yeah, so this is the code. www.kahoot.it. The code is 2566236 with no space in between.
No, I can see it.
You're in? We have Wendy.
This game must be Wi-Fi first.
Alright.
I'm in.
Got Neil.
Ooh. And you can change the type of animals that are sent.
Is that something small or?
Wendy's cool.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Where's Neil?
I came with the penguin.
Neil, you got a wig. Who's Neil? You got a wig.
Yeah.
Very good. A wig.
Thank you. Yeah, you've got to put your name in. Just put that in. Oh, Mum.
It's a tiger mom.
Tiger Mum, yeah.
No, he's struggling.
God, I'm sorry, I've just gone without me.
Oh,
I'm there in spirit. I
We've got
would have been
Nigel.
a pig.
Is that you, Nigel? I love the hat.
So we have 6 players?
I'm a tiger mum with a dummy in its mouth.
Yes, but you can change that. You can go to accessory and accessorize.
Should we start then?
Yeah.
We're tired.
Yeah,
We'll be kicked out in a minute. You won't get your prize.
So it's based on accuracy and speed.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Come on,
You
go.
will use your phone to choose the correct answer, and you will look at the screen to look at the questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
3, 2, 1.
Poised. Oh, how did someone phone me now? Oh.
Hope you've been paying attention.
I don't know. Oh no.
100%.
Woo!
Wendy's the first
Well done.
to get it right.
It's youth on your side.
Hope you were listening.
I'm guessing.
Five seconds. The correct answer is March 2024. number 4.
Wendy's on a streak.
The correct answer is 60. Oh. Final question. Top 5 elements in descending order. What's most important for the local children of North Cambridge?
Really badly wrong. I need help with the I think I should give up. I was listening.
The correct answer is wow.
So who have we got?
Amanda?
No.